are known for going into mainstream media settings and doing really well in the interviews, but a lot of the time they come across as very hostile. Why do you think that is?
It's very important to have alternatives. I mean, the mainstream media is made up of right-wing oligarchs who own these companies, the Mail, the Express, the Telegraph, the Times. These are all some of the richest people in the world. And the BBC, it seems to be slightly cowed because they're under a lot of pressure from the right wing of the Tory party about their funding and about their editorial line. So it is important that we have alternatives, which are picking up. We get lots of exposure on social media and other broadcast outlets. So it's important that we pay attention to it because that's where freedom comes from. There's no freedom in a controlled media that's simply towing the line of the Tory party and the ruling class and the mega rich, and that's what we're faced with in this society. So we've got to break out of that and get our message out.
Is sectoral bargaining something that's feasible and possible in the UK?
It's absolutely feasible. We had sectoral bargaining for a long time up until Thatcher came in and even after Thatcher was in. So that would solve a lot of our problems. So where you've got education workers or even agricultural workers, engineering people, construction, whichever sector you want to name, they would all benefit in the big firms and the small firms through having common agreements. And what it means is not just that you get decent rates, but you don't get a race to the bottom. So the small companies would have to follow what's going on and not exploit workers that are on the margins of those big sectors. So it works in Europe and it would work here, and it's about time it was restored. And I hope that a new Labour government will bring that in. There's no chance of getting it under the Tories, but hopefully a Labour government will bring that back.
Your dispute has been going on for a long time. Do you feel you're close to a resolution than you were maybe at the beginning, or what do you make of the progress?
Well, we're no further away, put it that way, and we prevented them making the changes that they wanted to impose on us 18 months ago, our strong stance. It's up to the government to allow a resolution to develop. I don't expect them to be there personally, but we are meeting them. I'm meeting them again on Friday with some industry heads. They've got to allow a resolution to develop. I don't think what they're going to offer us is going to be very palatable, frankly, but we'll talk to our members about what's on the table. But at the minute, there's no offer at all, so we can't even settle it even if we wanted to, because we've got nothing to put to our members in a vote. Our members will decide whether what's on offer is acceptable, as we normally do. So I can't tell whether it's close. I'll keep working at it all this week, over the weekend, burning the midnight oil, whatever it takes. We'll work on a settlement, and hopefully we can get there, but our members will decide.
Do you think action like this is making a difference?
Of course it is. It's changing the discourse in society. It's changing the way people think about trade unions, and it's changing the way people who are maybe not involved in unions think about the way they're treated at work. So we've got to expand our movement. We've got to expand this debate about how people are being ripped off and the distribution of wealth in this society. So it's all part of that, but of course we've got to win for our people, the people that are on strike today. We've got to get them good deals. We've got to get a good deal in our society as well.
Cheers.
If you like what you're hearing, if you like the messages that are coming out, why don't you consider subscribing to Alternative Union?